African Voices Radio presents David Adodo Show.
If it's 8 o'clock in Nigeria, that means it's time for African Voices Radio, the voice of Africa, bringing you news, politics, Afrobeats, culture from the diaspora. And now, your host, Tunde Phillips.
Everybody say yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our show, another weekend. This is the David Adodo Show on African Voices Radio. Welcome, everyone. I hope you all had a good week. We had a good week. On our show today, as usual, we have an international superstar, a musician and artist of international repute. I'm not going to introduce him now. I'm going to wait a little bit just to keep you guys in suspense as to who it is. If you've been on our website on Facebook, you would have known who this person is. But anyway, I'm going to keep him in the dark for a little bit. Welcome, Brother Charles. Brother Charles, how you doing?
Yes, my brother Tunde. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me today. I don't know, your secret is already out there, but I'll wait on that. I know that if I'm seeing him, the whole world is seeing him right now. So, and he already told him he's an international person. So everybody around is just clicking in already to see who is here. But I'm so excited having him today. My brother, please, thanks for coming on the show. And I'm sure the fans, everybody will be, they will be, I know it's, since Tunde said, there's been a lot of people searching the Facebook to see, who is coming today and all that. And they've been very busy this week since they know that you are the one coming on board. So again, you're welcome.
So without much ado, I'm still not going to mention the name because Charles has let the cat out of the bag. So,
I didn't mention his name. I didn't mention his name.
You say what? You didn't mention
his name, but I know that a lot of people are now, logging in already, looking, and
I see the traffic going up already. I'm looking. So, but that's a good thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, today on the show we have one and only Mr. Femi Okunua. Femi Okunua. That's the leader, the band leader, and the band of the leader of the band, the Africans, Lufemi and the Africanaas Band. So we have Mr. Femi Okunua on the show. Mr. Okunua, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Everybody say yeah.
Thank
you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
That's very nostalgic for me when you say that, because it takes me back to the days of the shrine in those days. And I used to, come over to the shrine and watch Baba 70. Man, those are some good old days,
Thank you. You know what we're talking about.
Those are some good old days when Lagos was Lagos.
When Lagos was Lagos. Yeah,
yes.
Things are beginning to get back.
And it's still Lagos.
It is still Lagos, but it is not the Lagos that it used to be in those days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're right.
That's the thing.
Right. I quite agree with you. You're right.
Welcome to the show. Good to have you on our show.
Right, thank you. I'm glad to be here. Hello, my people. I see you now. Thank you. We're here. All right.
Yes, that's good. So we've been having, I've been going on listening to your music, and I know, and I see the resemblance to Baba 70, Fela Anikulapo, and I exceptionally love your performance at the celebration 2020. It was, oh my God, I keep playing it over and over, even in my car. I'm playing it over and over. It is so good. I like the horns, the infusion of the horns and the music. And what I love the most about your shows is that you have this audience interaction. You don't just stay on the stage and sing. You have this audience. It's like, do you pull inspiration from the audience? Do they pull you on to to perform?
No, it does come with the fact that your audience is your public. That's your constituency. So you have to make sure they are feeling the vibe. So you have to get the vibe from them. You have the vibe, but they have to feel the vibe. It's like buying and selling. It's like communication. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a graduate of mass communication, so I know communication is encoding and decoding. So you have to make sure that you are encoding to them.
Yes.
You must make sure they are decoding. So it is when they are decoding, that is when you are fulfilled. So that's not the trick. That's the simple trick. And I learned this from Baba himself.
Yes, that's one thing that I found because Papa will be on stage and you'll be amazed that he will point to somebody in the crowd and say, "You over the minister of Kiniko." And I wonder, as dark as that place is, as smoky as this place, he can recognize and pick people out in the audience.
Yes, it's a secret. It's not something common. It's not everybody that can do it, but you have to train yourself. It's a psychology. You have to make sure. Because you can't be singing in Abyss and the crowd is just there, just nodding their head, They must feel your vibe, they must feel your groove, and you guys are interacting. And you can get one level of inspiration from them and bring it on. You get it.
Yes.
When Baba is doing Yabis, you remember when Baba started Yabis?
You better hide your face.
People will talk back, they like that. Those kind of things, they add color to the show,
Yes. It is so nice. Mr. Charles, I see you are itching to say something.
Yes. Thank you. Because that's something that he said. Usually I like to follow the trend before I lose that thought. He said that the audience is his constituency.
Yes.
Listen, you gotta be a politician in Nigeria to recognize this. I mean, you better become a politician, because one thing politicians don't do, they don't remember their audience. They don't remember the people that vote them in. They don't even know they have to go back. They don't come back until after 4 years or 6 years.
Yeah.
Then they go back to
You're
that
right.
constituency. Remember? But yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I
you
know.
just said. They don't go back to their constituency until after 4 6 years when they are ready to. But what you do is every time you perform, you are always with your people, man. That's something Nigerians don't do. And I really, I picked it up once you said it. I said, oh man, you are not a politician. Because that's something politicians fail to do. That's something they fail to do in Nigeria.
That's it. You're right. You're very correct. You're very, very right. You're very right. You know, politicians in Nigeria, they forget that it's the people who put them. They see, for we musicians, if you play music, you can't enjoy music in your living room with you and your family. It has to be the public. It has to be the crowd. So sometimes I have some songs that I played at some shows and people tell me, this song is not it, you know, and I cancel it or I go and define it, because they are the public. They are the people. You know, you get the vibe from them. They are the people. That's your constituency. So if they are not feeling you, you are doomed. Yes. So that's what our politicians don't do. They go steal the money for 4 years. After 4 years, they come back. Now this country.
So tell me how. I know it is a struggle in Nigeria being an artist, not getting people together to form a band, doing a demo, studio time, recording, putting an album out. Is it very lucrative? Is it? I mean, what are your challenges in doing this?
Wow, a lot of challenges, a lot. Yeah, especially for people like us who take the craft as a spiritual thing. You know, we know where we're coming from. We know our history. We know our heritage. We know our philosophy. I want to transcend all that through music. You know, the society is now so, I don't know what you use, you know, they listen to junks. But for people like us who want to chunk out good music, you just find few people supporting you, or you don't get any support at all. So all you do, that's why you see musicians do one odd job by the side. You see a musician who is a banker. You see a musician who is a fashion designer. You see a musician who is a caterer. You see a musician, you understand what I'm saying? Unlike in the Western world, where if you're a musician, you're a musician, and you push food on your table. But here, you have to have a plan B, you understand? But for people like me, I've been doing this for 14 years on my own, so I've been pushing bit by bit, keeping ups and downs, but we are here, and we are doing it. But like you said, the society is not supporting good craft. Let me put it that way. In Nigeria, you chunk out good crafts, it's difficult, it's hard before people support you. When I put out junk songs, you know what we're talking about, you know? When you hear people sing songs that, you know, it makes sense. Forgive me for using that word, you know. You see them getting airplay, you know, in Nigeria, you have to pay this radio station to play your music, you have to pay this person to do this, you have to pay that person to get interviews, you have to, you know. I was surprised when you called me for this interview. It doesn't happen like this in Nigeria. You know, your PR department, you have to go to one station and pay them to do interviews for you and all that. So those are the challenges. It's too numerous. I can't begin to count. If I begin to count, I'll waste your time. So I know you know these things. I'm not just.
Yes, we know the struggle. Yeah. That's why we try to create this avenue for artists to be able to, you know, come out and express their views and opinions.
You see what we export. Sorry, let me say something. Yes. One of the problems is that what we export as music is not our music. I say this to you, quote me. Lufemi said this. What Nigerians export as music is not our music. Because what you see now is the hip hop guys going on tours, playing this, playing that, winning Grammys, doing that, doing that. That is not us in Africa. We have a vibe, we have a highlight, we have an Afrobeat, we have a South African group, we have a Congolese Makosa, you know, we got good music. But now, especially in Nigeria, we are doing good. I can mention some good artists from Nigeria that, you know, aside from maybe Femi Kuti and Shehu, who are, you know, touring Afrobeat. We have a Didima Biako, we have Orlando Julius, we have Ade Bantu, we have Alariwo of Africa, we have Adodo. We have numerous people, Wally Sentimental, Lufemi D Afrikanaas, Femi Slide. I can keep mentioning that. These guys, no support. Everybody's all struggling, pushing and pushing, And with that good stuff, all these guys, I'm telling you, if you listen to their music, you will be wow. That's what it is for us.
Yes, go ahead, Charles.
Yeah, I mean, staying on the same difficulties about, what you guys go through before even producing or going through the process of that. It cannot dawn on me again to ask this question. How do you handle the problems of the issues of copyrights? I mean, or people duplicating your song. I know that some people usually go out there, even right now in this side of the world, because of pandemic or something, what people do these days is when they have something they have to produce, they go to the producers or the, whoever they are, ask them upfront money, and then leave the rest to them. I don't know, how do you as a musician down in Nigeria with the difficulties of all these copyrights, infringement and that, how do you worry and how do you handle your copyrights for your new music?
Okay, there's no law. I say it, quote me again. There's no law that is protecting the average musician, artistic wise, in terms of protecting your copyright, your works, your originality. This is you, And even if there is a law, I need to tell you, Charles and Tunde, that the forces behind it are bigger than the law. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Forces behind it, the forces behind the copyright, they are bigger than the law. So even when you try to push in the law court or try to push through a copyright commission, it will dance you down. You will go down. They will make sure you go down. So all we do, I'll tell you one thing, what musicians do in Nigeria, especially for people like us, will only rely on shows. So what you get from shows is what you take home. It's not what you get from your jobs, from your songs, from your album, from your singles. Because those ones, I told you before, let me repeat myself. You pay for them to play your singles. So if somebody is copyrighting your single and wants to play it, you will be happy. He's doing you a favor by killing you.
Wow.
That's the vibe. That's the vibe. Because for me, if I want MTV Base to play my video, all those videos you see on YouTube, I can't afford to give it to any of our local stations to play. They will ask me for 50,000, 100,000, and they will time it up. The 100,000 might just last for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks max. I have to pay another, they call it PR thing. So when somebody now writes your songs and you want to play it, you will be happy that they are doing you a favor. That's what we face here. I can't lie about it. Do your research and you see that is what I'm saying. Yes. Because the hip hop guys who sing trash, they want to promote trash at all costs. And mind you, they got the money. Where they got the money from is another topic for another day. But they got the money. We don't have the money. You get. So for you to play your songs, for you to want to hear me on Great Power, on Cool FM, on all these local stations, you go to what they call this OAP. These OAPs, you have to pay them. Yes, you give them something, you give them kickbacks, you pay them, they'll play your music. You don't pay them, they don't play your music. So the day you copyright your music and play on their own without asking you for money, how do you feel? You feel okay, it's okay to see what last. They are just playing it. So that is what the situation is. That is it.
Wow. Actually, it should be the reverse way. It should be the radio station paying you for using your music.
Thank you.
They should be the one paying you for each time they play your music. Something should come to your pocket because that is a product. That is your artwork. That is what you live by. You shouldn't have to wait for a show. So if you don't play a show in 1 year, you don't make money. And that is crazy. And then you have to pay them 100,000 for them to play your music. They should be paying you the other way around.
Yeah, that's it. That's why I said when you do your research, these things I'm telling you, these are the issues we're going through right now here. So that's why we're pushing.
Yeah, Tunde.
Yes.
Let's ask the man in charge. How is it done here in the United States? Jason, how do you do?
Jason,
how do radio stations handle playing artists, some of the artists' songs?
I mean, there's normally through ASCAP and BMI there is a pay for play. It's not much, but you figure here in the States, if you're playing your song, 2-3 times, every other hour, and you're playing it throughout the whole month because it is a new song, it is a new release, and it's playing on thousands of stations across the country, those royalties could add up. Now, if you're talking about in Nigeria where there may only be, 2 or 3 main stations that are playing an artist's song, it may not be as lucrative as here in the States. If you're only paying a few cents per every play. But here, for instance, an artist like Michael Jackson, we once heard, makes anywhere from like $1 something, almost $1.50 a play. An artist like Prince, maybe $1.50 per play on an FM station. Whereas a newer artist may only, let's say Cardi B, may only make 75 cents per play. But again, if you have a hot song on an American station, that's a few $1,000s that you could be bringing in, but you're talking about hundreds of stations are playing that song across the country in urban markets. I'm not sure if a model like that would necessarily be as lucrative in Nigeria if it's only playing in maybe 20 or 30 stations, throughout Nigeria. So I'm not exactly sure. And here's the other thing, too. Even here in the United States, you got to remember, people own the songs. Those royalties usually go to the record labels or to the whoever the producer may be of that song and may have copyrighted that song. So the artist may not necessarily always get that money anyway for the radio play, where for any artist or band, it's always been when you've gone on the road or gone on tour or do shows is where you really make your money at. And that's even true for here, in the States,
Yeah, so that's almost the same thing like Mr. Lufemi is saying, that it's only from the shows and tours that you make money. But however, no matter how small it is, I believe the radio stations owe the artist, some kind of refund, some kind of stipend. You have to pay something for playing my music. You cannot go into the store and pick a product out of the store without paying for that product and use that product. You must pay for it. The music is a product. It's a work of art. Somebody went through creativity. It's not hard to sit down and create music. You spend time, energy, creating the product. After that, they had to gather people together. All those people they gathered, the drummer, the guitarist, the trumpeters, the saxophonists, all those guys, the pianists, they all get paid. And who's paying them? The musician. So the man is paying all this money, putting everything out to make a product, to make his music. The music is out. And then the radio station sit back and say, you have to pay me to play your music. I don't think that's right. And also that copyright commission, we talked about it last week. I told you that copyright commission, the last time that commission ever functioned was when the late Shola Williams was the director there. Yeah. Once that man died and everything went down, it's a political appointment. They put somebody there who doesn't know nothing about copyright, and those who know something about copyright, because they are not the bosses there, they're very limited in what they can do. There are laws. It's just that in Nigeria, we don't know how to enforce laws. The only time we enforce law is when it affects us, when it affects the people in charge. That's when they want to enforce the law. But when it affects the common man on the street, the musician, the artist, the sculptor, the painter, and all this kind of stuff, they don't enforce the law, because there's no reason why you should go through all that, stress, all that energy, all that creative energy that you put a product together, and you're not reaping the fruit of the product. You're paying again for them to play your music. You're paying again to be out there. If you have a hot song that they're playing, because believe it or not, these radio stations also, fight for viewership or listenership. They want people to listen to them. So if your music is hot and they're playing your music, They should be paying you because you're bringing the traffic to their station. You know, so I do not know. There has to be some kind of way that the artists or some kind of organizations will be formed, you know, that will have to go after this kind of situation and make sure that, okay, if you have a group of, I know there are an association of musicians or something like that, they have to look into that to find a way to make sure that, okay, if you're going to play our song, you got to pay us something has to come back. How can you be a musician and then you are also a hairdresser? How can you be a musician and also you are working in the back? Where is that creativity? You're doing double job. So how do you now, you know, how do you do it?
That's always been the argument, Tunde, is what's actually a fair price. Even here in the United States, there was just a battle just a few years ago because, you know, the industry wanted more from the radio stations and wanted more from streaming play, you know, and most of the streaming services as well as the radio stations really bucked back, you know, and said, you know, well, if that's the case, then, you know, we may not be able to operate the way that we've normally been operating, you know, and we may just decide not to play, you know, your particular song if you're going to request more money. And eventually the recording industry gave in, you know, and they came up with, you know, kind of a fair model. But it's still not really fair, you know, based on the amount of streaming plays that a lot of artists get and based on the airplay. You know, at the end of the day, it's still the labels that are making the most money. And at the end of the day, the stations are not paying necessarily a fair price, and the streaming services are not paying a fair price to the artists. So, I mean, that's always been an issue, you know, here and even, you know, overseas. That's always been an issue. What is a fair price, you know, that allows the station to remain operatable, you know, to be able to operate and at the same time compensate the artist for the music. That's always been an argument.
Yes, it's in the States and here, it's always, at least the artists get something. In Nigeria, they get zero.
My next question
is the difference. They get zero. Yeah. That's the difference. Am I saying the right thing, Mr. Lufemi?
You're on point. You're right on point.
Yes. Right. My question again goes to you. You know, the thing is this: does the artists in Nigeria, did they have organization just like the recording, all the producers and all these recording studios? Because they do also have their own organization that fights against these artists, you know, songs that, you know, people are asking for more. But do you guys as artists in Nigeria, do you have any umbrella that is guiding you guys to help you guys push some of these things that you guys don't like in the music industry?
Okay, let me break it down this way. Let me make you understand. Now, first and foremost, we have a lot of associations. The biggest of it all is what we call PMAN. If you remember PMAN.
Performing Musician of Nigeria.
Yes, PMAN. Then after PMAN, there's another one, AMPON. You know, Association of Band Owners of Nigeria. I can go on and on and on and on and on. Different. There's another one for the Juju musicians. They call it AJU, Association of Juju Musicians. Whatever. And like that, the Fuji sector, they have their own thing too, you know. But let me tell you, I've said this before. The only problem we have is the people you want to fight, they are bigger, they're stronger than you. Now, if you put yourself together as an association and you want to fight all these things, the people you are fighting, the radio stations we're talking about in Nigeria, who owns them? I can name like 4 radio stations for you now that are owned by politicians, you know, and these people, you know, you can't use government to fight government. I don't know if you've heard that word before. It's one of my track. Government fighting government. You can't use government to fight government. If Mr. Charles is a politician and I am a politician and Mr. Tunde feels infringed by me and he goes to Mr. Charles to fight me, will Mr. Charles fight me? No. Because we are both politicians who talk it out on a bottle of red wine and say,
thank you. The other guy there is the politician, not me. But
before we go any further,
there's somebody looking that is under the fan right here. He's the politician. Okay.
Before we go any further,
body, man. Listen, you and I, man. Trust me, you and I and Tunde. There's one person there looking. Who is the politician, not me?
Before we go any further, let me introduce Mr. David Adodo. He's knocking on the conversation as it was going on. So, Mr. Adodo, welcome to the show. We were not ignoring you, but we were just going with the flow, you know.
I know.
So, welcome. We have Mr. Lufemi Okunua on the show. He's an artist. He's a sensational Afrobeat musician. You know, comes from the realms of musicians like Fela Anikulapo and all, you know, and all that. Great intelligent musician. Very, very intelligent gentleman, you know, that we have on the show today. So, Mr. Adodo, welcome.
Thank you. Olufemi.
Yeah.
Mr. Olufemi, how are you doing today?
Good day, I'm good. And you?
Nice to have you on the show.
Mr. Dodo, say yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Mr. Adodo is a Lagos man, so he knows.
You don't understand what that means, but I know that the other person will.
Yes, there's one more person that just came in.
Everybody say yeah.
Yeah. That's Baba 70. That's Chief is also on the line. Chief, can you please unmute yourself? Chief just came in too as well. Chief Egbeyemi is in Lagos, Nigeria. He also joins our show. He contributes as well. We have Mr. Okunua on the show this evening. He's a musician, and he's been, we've been going through the rudiments of music, creativity in Nigeria. So, Chief, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Kunwa. You are welcome on the show. I have listened to a couple of your music. I saw a video of your show. You're doing very well, and please keep it up.
Thank you.
All right, and as we continue, the Queen just logged on too. So, Queen, can you please unmute yourself? I did not. There you go. So that's the Queen, the only lady amongst all these men. So you know she's a very powerful woman.
Yes, sir.
Welcome, Queen.
Hi, I'm sorry for coming in a bit late. I went to take the second dose of my vaccine.
Oh, wow.
I'm not feeling too okay. I just came in not quite 20 minutes, and I'm struggling. I said I can't just miss our guest today. I need to just hear his voice and ask maybe one question before he leaves.
You know, go ahead, Queen.
It will be proper of me. Yeah, I've been listening to the program. Hi, Mr. Femi. How are you?
I'm good. And you? How are you doing?
Good. Nice to see your face.
Nice to see you too. Wait,
the guy is a handsome guy like me.
Oh.
You see what I told you?
Yeah, that's it.
That's what I told you before he came, man. Okay.
What happened? What's going on? I can't see nothing again. What's going on here?
We can see you.
We can see you, Queen.
See nothing? Okay.
Oh, really? Okay, but while we get that, adjusted,
you gotta go rest with your medication, I guess.
Yes.
So,
but she has a question or two.
Yes, she has a question. Queen, can you go ahead with your question before we let you go?
It's unfortunate I'm not even seeing anybody. Are you guys seeing me? Mr. Femi, how you doing once again?
I'm fine.
Don't mind me. Don't mind our designer in the house. That's how he's always stressing us. So, hey, Mr. Adodo is always stressing us in this program.
He's an awesome man.
I know he is. And he's such a wonderful person. It's nice to meet you. Yeah. I just want to commend you guys for good work that you guys are doing to make our country proud. It's like this light is so dark here. Can you help me with that, please?
We can see you very well. You are very clear.
Okay. I'm proud to be a Nigerian, and I'm proud that Nigeria, the music industry in Nigeria is really going, internationally. In fact, that's another statement, because if we can get to the point of winning getting Grammy, that means Nigeria is up there, and I'm proud of you guys, because you guys are really, really doing good. Like I always say, that talent is a rare thing. You can't wake up in the morning and say you want to be a singer or this or that, because it has to be a special talent from God. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud of your music. Yeah, you guys have said it all. I don't know how you guys are making money at times. I'm not an artist, you know. I feel for you guys because I see the effort that I think that one is not working. I see the effort that you people are putting in, and I don't know the little that is coming in, despite the fact that because music is not a joke. You might be sleeping and the inspiration will come. You'll be thinking, you'll be writing, and you'll be putting all these things together. At the end of the day, the piracy that we have in Nigeria, the government is not even doing nothing about it. It's there. And like they rightly said, before anybody can hear your music on the radio, you just have to beg and beg and beg. That is not supposed to be. In those days, I know maybe before all these artists can be known, maybe you just drop your CD with the DJ. And by the time the DJs play the music, you're out there, you know. But right now, it's no more like that. You won't go ahead to pay people to play your music. That is not even easy to do. I commend you, and I pray that God will continue to, you know, give you more inspiration. And I'm seeing you at the top. Very soon, you're going to be there. And we're looking forward to host you here in Maryland, in the US, very soon, pretty soon. We are compiling the list of all our guests, and we are planning, you know, after COVID, which we pray that, you know, is going to go soon. We're looking at what can David Adodo do, because it's one of our priority. We're looking at having, you know, foundation, and we're looking at having to have a show of artists in Nigeria. You know, aside from the people, the known artists that are really there, like all those people, I don't want to mention their names, the upcoming that they are not really known here, you know, we're looking at something we're going to do for them to bring them here, because, you know, that's the only way we can pay you guys back with the efforts that you're putting to make we Nigerians proud.
Right. Yes, thank you very much, Queen. Please go get some rest. I know that you just had your second COVID shot, you know.
Yes.
That is not to say that we're not going to miss you. We're going to miss you, but your health comes first. So go get some rest. We will continue from here.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Charles, I hear you. Mr. Adodo, I hear you.
The only Queen.
Egbeyemi, I can see you. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, thank you.
That guy is not your brother. That guy is your husband.
I just mentioned it. I said my husband, my brother is my husband, my brother, my father, my everything.
I want to announce it to the whole wide world that that's your husband.
Yes, so that Femi and his fans will know too.
Yes, yeah.
Anytime I see him, I'm always blushing. I'm always happy. Like, okay, this is my husband. So okay, I got Mr. Femi, we hope to see you pretty soon. You know, I would like you to be here very, you know, sooner than expected. I'm going to be on Mr. T, my only brother I have in this program. That is always got so pretty soon.
So what's going on is that I have a little bone to pick with Queen. You know, Queen said earlier that she cannot see anybody. But Queen just confirmed that she can see her husband.
Yes, I know.
I will just leave it there.
I was going to say again. That.
I won't say anything again.
Okay. Thank you, guys. See if I'm strong enough to join. I might join back because we have something very important to talk about Nigeria. You know, I will see if I can. Let's go take Tanalo. I'll join you guys later.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine, Queen. Go take care of yourself. So, yes, go ahead, Mr. Adodo.
Yeah, I just want to say some few things to Femi.
Yes.
Yeah, we really appreciate you coming into the show. You know, we've listened to your music. Your music is just hype. The music is great. You know, so I know you are going to go to a lot of places. You are going to be very, very successful. You are a young man. The sky is going to be your limit. We will start to play your music here on this show all the time. That will make a lot of our fans to, you know, get used to your music, and your music will go out there. Just like the Queen said, we are going to organize something probably in the summer when the COVID must have died down, and we will, invite the artists on our show, to come to the United States. I listened to Mr. Jason, what he said. The only way to really make good money is when you do shows in different places. If you rely on these radio stations to pay you all this royalty, that's nothing. You cannot really make it, because of the way music is being pirated in Nigeria and some other countries. I don't know how you guys are really making it. So the big stars we have in Nigeria, they are able to make it because they travel out of Nigeria to organize shows. You understand? So you also, and there's some of the guys that have been on this show, the musicians that have been on this show. You guys can also listen together and try and go to Europe and other. America is the ultimate. To be really candid, America is the ultimate place where you can really make a lot of money. But that's not to say that Europe is not a good place. But you have to start from somewhere where you can make some money, so to keep you alive and make more music. So once again, we really thank you for coming into David Adodo Show. Your music is, all your CDs and your MP3s. Mr. Jason is going to have them played all the time on this show. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Femi, thank you so much for coming on the show. Before I let you go, I just have one more thing I want to put out there that I think is very, very, very important, that the Performing Musician Association of Nigeria and every other association out there should look into. You see, an artist is a product. There is no product that does not have a defect at some point in time. So it would be a wonderful thing if those organizations can come together and form one body or two bodies and provide some kind of insurance to the artist. When I mean insurance, I mean health insurance for the artist. I'm so tired of seeing artists, actors, actresses, musicians at the point of death. That's why we start running, trying to gather money to save somebody's life. If we have a strong organization, like I just mentioned, all those organizations you mentioned, there's nothing wrong if they can come together. When the artists make money every month, even if it is 5,000 naira, put aside for health. So if any time there's a headache, you feel sick, there's some money. It's not like you're starting from the ground. You can at least get some medical help. If those kind of insurances are attached to certain hospitals, good hospitals, if our artists fall sick, they're coming to your hospital, this is how much you're going to be paid. Something, just work something out so that at least the artist is, you're a human being. You have headache, you have body aches, you have all these things. You're a human being. So then you put out a product. And if your body is not right, your product is not going to be right. So that is why I think we need to sit back. This is something that I would like to, I want to put some effort into. I've already started talking to a couple of people in Nigeria, including German and Nicolako, about this. That it is high time we have something, with these organizations, NANTAB, whoever, have to come together, sit together, put some kind of insurance in place, whereby artists have to buy into. You buy into those insurance. You understand? When Tiger Woods had an accident, it wasn't the problem for him to go to hospital. He went to the best hospital because there's insurance. You understand? They didn't start running on Facebook looking for somebody to put money together. The people you're looking for in the diaspora have their own issues too. We will contribute, but there should be a base for us to start off for, but that base does not exist. Again, the politicians, as usual, they fail everybody. Anything they put their hands on, they fail. Copyright Commission, trash. They don't do nothing for the artist. They fail. And so the artist has to struggle and continue to struggle. But like Mr. Adodo said, we commend your effort. And that is why David Adodo Show is committed to promoting artists and their music on this program. Sooner or later, we're going to have a website where we're going to play your music around the clock. Free of charge. You don't pay us nothing. We don't want your money. But we just want to play your music and put you out there. You understand? So, my brother, thank you very much for being part of the show. We appreciate you coming.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
You know,
It's my pleasure.
and then
Thank you very
feel
much.
free to come anytime. Anytime you want to come, you have my digits. Just hit me. Yes, Mr. Charles.
Do we have these fans out there that wants to call in, and if they have a question?
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. If we have the phone lines are open. If you have folks who want to call in, the phone number is 1-844-404-7200. That's 1-844-404-7200. The lines are open. We're going to have Mr. Femi for a little bit longer. We're going to take a break. Jason, if you can play us something.
And Tunde, I was going to say, hopefully when everything clears, with all this pandemic stuff, our leader, Mr. David Adodo, could look at putting together a fabulous concert and look at bringing somebody like Mr. Femi and so many other artists so that we could pay tribute to them. I think it's well-deserved.
That would be wonderful.
Again, Mr. Femi, shout out to you and the band. I'm listening to the tracks, and again, Nigerian, artists to me and performers, the bandmates are probably some of the best in the world that I've heard. So you guys are top caliber as far as your playing is concerned. So let's we'll go ahead and play another track.
Yes, thank you.
Tunde.
Yes, Mr. Adodo.
Let's go. We play this number we call Owo, Money, Owo, Money, Any, Age, Any, Age.
Listening to African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. Gang, we have a caller on the line, and only reason why I'm bringing down the music early is because I know that folks are calling internationally, and I'd hate for them to
we'll take the caller. We'll take the caller. Yes, go ahead, caller.
Caller, you on the air. He must have hung up.
Okay.
Give him a second, he'll call back.
Okay, so the phone lines are open again. It's 1-844-404-7200. So, and the question, we have a draw going on again for this month. And so you're going to answer a question and then you win 5,000 Naira. The first 10 people that calls in will win 5,000 Naira. And the question is this. Who was our guest artist last week? Who was our guest artist last week? I'm putting it up on the Facebook thread as well. Who was our guest artist last week? Once again, the phone number is 1-844-404-7200. You answer correctly, the first 10 people, you win 5,000 naira. No? So these are some of the things that we do on the David Adodo Show, Mr. Femi, to encourage people to listen and to be part of the program. And to also, once we do this, we put the artist out there. The artist also, they will know, oh, this artist is here. Oh, this is Mr. Femi. When I hear the music, I know who it is, So that way we're able to promote our artists and promote the things that we do. Do we have a caller, Mr. Jason? I thought I heard him say we had a caller. So we're going to go ahead anyway.
A caller. We do have a caller.
Oh, we do? Okay. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the air.
We need the number again. People are texting the number.
Okay, go ahead, caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm still on.
You're on the air. Go ahead.
Don't listen to the live feed, caller. Listen to the phone.
No.
That's where I think we're messing up here, folks.
Hello?
Yes,
Hello,
caller. Listen to the
Go
phone.
ahead.
Don't listen to the your
radio
live
down.
stream.
Yes,
It
we
is
can hear
down.
you. Go ahead.
All right. Hi, Tunde.
Hi, how you doing? Who am I speaking with?
I'm good. I stumbled into the program last week, and then I was like, I should be part of it today. So I think what you guys are doing is quite laudable. I really appreciate that you're trying to go back to your grassroots, and I just want to give you a thumbs up.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. May I know who I'm speaking with?
Oh, my name is Yemisi Olokundu.
Oh my God. Do you know who this person is that just called in? I haven't seen or heard this man for over 30 years. He and I went to primary school together. Wow. Oh my goodness. We went to primary school together. Oh my God. You see what David Adodo Show can do? Link people up.
I know. I knew I was going to shock you, and I'm not watching alone. I'm watching with members of my family. My sister's watching as well.
Oh my God.
My brother's watching, perhaps as well. So.
Oh my God.
Well done. Thumbs up to you. We're so very proud of you, mate. We're so very proud of you.
Thank you. Say hi to your sister. Oh my goodness, I can see. We have to talk after this show. I have to get in touch with you somehow.
I know. I already sent you an email. I was the one that sent you an email at the beginning of the show. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll respond to it after the show. But thank you so much for your comment. Say hi to your sister.
My pleasure.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. That is so nostalgic for me.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, we have another caller.
Yes, caller, go ahead. You're on the air. Yes, caller. Can we
give it a second here? All right. Caller, you're on the air. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, caller.
Hello.
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 Hello. Go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
My name is German. Good evening. My name is German.
Yes, go ahead, German.
Okay. I don't have to just put your heart enough, so you send my 5,000 naira, okay?
Hello, Jama. Go ahead. You're live.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I said that Afrobeats was your artist. So send my camera. Thank you very much. I wanted to talk about.
Who is the artist that we have today?
This is Lufemi. Lufemi, I want to speak about this artist.
Okay, good.
I'm just so glad that. Yeah, I'm very thankful to the Adodo Show that you brought Lufemi. You see, Lufemi is one of when you I talk now like as a photographer. Lufemi Africana is one of very, very understated mega stars. I know what I'm saying. Now, Lufemi has been there for a long time, and many people. Let me give you what we have just seen here. Many of the time when Femi Kuti is not able to make the show, Femi Kuti himself will say, "What Lufemi?" This same Lufemi that is on your program. It means that he has attained a very a certain height that we've not been able to celebrate here. I'm saying this because I engage him all the time. I've presented him so many times. Even last Sunday on 21st of March. I had him performing for Wale Showing. I did a program for Wale Showing, and he was the choice band. This one has one of the cleanest trumpets on planet Earth. When you see the trumpet, forget about it. Then when I saw him bouncing the keyboard, I mean, you could see a multi-talented artist who could play the trumpet, he could sing, he can, do the drums, he can do the keyboard. So I'm just saying that I'm very glad that that's the case. This family used to hold the entire Sheraton to ransom he did it for almost 10 years. The Sheraton, you will not get it to say that. The Sheraton, I just want to say that I'm glad that you talking about your program. I know you had Adi Bantu, who's also big here at Africa, but I'm also glad that you have the Thank you very much. I can't hear myself anymore.
Thank you so much, Jaman. Thank you so much.
Yeah, do keep up the good show. Keep up the good show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I should have put a disclaimer there that people like Jaman and Nicola cannot win 10,000 naira.
I mean, sorry,
yeah, but he had the recent artist, so at least he will get a recharge card for 5,000. Yeah, Jason is taking.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, Jama Nikolakwu is my brother from another mother. He and I go back a long way. A very, very, very long way. He's very instrumental to all these artists that we have on this show, coming onto the show. So
wow.
He's a seasoned journalist. He's been with the Guardian newspaper, and Jaman's been around. Jaman pretty much taught me all the bad things I know. So let me just put it like that.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into that for now.
Yeah, so we still have our phone lines are open. Number again is 1-844-404-7200. 1-844-404-7200.
How many more people do you need to get 5,000 naira?
Jason, what's the number now? We need 10 people to win 5,000 naira.
Stream down and just listen to your phone.
I don't want to leave the chief. Chief, how you doing, sir? We've been talking and enjoying ourselves.
Unmute yourself, Chief.
Chief, unmute yourself.
Your caller's on the line.
Oh, we have a caller? Okay, go ahead, caller.
Yeah, good evening and good afternoon over there.
Good afternoon.
Yes, this is Ayo Adisa.
Oh, Mr. Adisa, how are you, sir?
I'm very fine. Thank you for always being there on this program. It's such an amazing program that myself and my household we can't just afford to miss every Saturday. Yeah, what I actually want to say to Mr. Olufemi is that keep the good work, keep the ball rolling, and by God's grace, even if Nigeria is not showing you forth to your world, your talents will do. And by God's grace, we'll celebrate you at the mountain top. You brought Mr. Samuel Atonda last week. I was part of the show. I was waiting for a time when I'll be asked to call. I never knew I can just call and bump in anytime. So I was boiling last week to react to the educational issue that you raised. It was a wonderful topic, and then I just hope I'm able to wind back the wheel of time and make my comment. Nigeria education is in shambles. That is where we got it wrong in the first instance. The same lecture notes our lecturers in the university were using 25 years ago is the same thing they are using now. Let me suspend that for another day when educational discussion will come up on this show. But I must thank you for always being there every Saturday. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
Man, thank you very much, Mr. for being a very dedicated listener and for being part of this show. We appreciate you. It is comments from people like you that keep us going. Thank you so much. So I want to
win 5,000 though.
Yes, he's won the 5,000 already. So he mentioned the name of the artist. So I want to quickly go to Chief to give us a rundown of what's going on in Africa and Nigeria and everywhere. So Chief, if you're ready, we're ready for you, sir.
Yeah, it's not anything palatable as usual. First, I would like to talk about the artist Femi. Please, you see, the sustainability of our culture is embedded in our music and our films. And apart from that, those of you who are in the entertainment world, as you are gaining inroads into the international community, it is important that you use your talent to redefine our country, Nigeria. Our image is not the best of it right now, but with the penetration that the artist can do and the entertainment industry can do, I hope some of you will put your talent and redefine our image in the international community. Fela Anikulapo Kuti, who I know is one of your mentors, was very, very much accepted worldwide. And he actually used his talent to proclaim some acceptance for our country, Nigeria, especially in the area of fighting corruption, fighting bad governance, fighting the military and all that. I paid a huge price for it, and I sincerely want to say that some of you should also take a cue from him and do much more better and attain greater heights. I wish you success.
Thank you.
So with that said, Chief, what's going on with Buhari? Is he back in town or is he out of town?
No, our best hospital, like somebody posted on the social media, Nigeria's best hospitals are in the United Kingdom.
I'm sorry, Chief, I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to let our listeners know that the phone lines are open. Number to call is 1-844-404-7200. We do not have 10 people yet, and we must get 10 people. Go ahead. So feel free to call at any time. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah. Well, you see, our president is outside the country for medical holiday to receive medical attention. The only problem I have with that is that for many years, this country has not been able to come up with a model hospital, the likes of the UCH of the 50s, the UCH of the 60s and 70s. We used to have Aramed, the late Chief Bode Akindele. He had Aramed on the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road. At one point in time, we heard of the Diolu Specialist Hospital in Ikene. At another time, we seems to be saying that our UCH had been reformed, rejuvenated, But if you go to Lut, you will be surprised to see people, patients, sleeping on the mat outside of the wards. And the president of that country that has that kind of hospital facility is cooling down in the US, receiving medical attention, while Nigerians are dying for lack of medical facilities. And that takes me to the great loss that the Yoruba nation had today.
Yes, yes.
We lost a great son, a fighter,
yes,
a determined comrade, yes, an agitator, one who believed so much in the Yoruba race and Dudua nation. I'm talking about the late Yinka Odumaki. May your soul rest in peace.
Amen.
He died when ovation is loudest, particularly our agitation for restructuring of Nigeria, which he believed much more in. Yinka was not a believer in the Yoruba nation going apart, the division of Nigeria. He so much believed in the restructuring of Nigeria. And I give it to him. He died fighting. I was told that even on his sickbed, he was still talking about the Yoruba nation. May God Almighty give strength to their wife Joe Odumaki, who is another fighter. God uphold that family and your dear son too. Our president is still in the UK, and our health facility is not the best for it. But one thing that keeps on making us look like foolish people, day in, day out, Nigeria cry for good health facility, good hospital, but we haven't gotten one yet. And even our corporate bodies, our corporate organizations, those who make millions of dollars from us daily, the telecom organizations, the telecom providers, the lotto companies, those who receive money from Nigerian economy daily, they make huge amount of money. They've not come up with any form of hospital or health facility, even at the primary health care level. We have not seen it. One culture we don't have, the big men, the rich ones, those who siphon our money, those who got money legitimately, they are not throwing back to the society the way they should. They are not. I expect to see a wonderful edifice called Glow Hospital sited in Ijebu, and it will be a tourist medical center. I expect to see one in any part of Nigeria by MTN. I expect to see one by our banks, but there is none. As much as we would blame the government for so much, what is the big names, those who have made a lot of money? Somebody told us it was the only domineering factor for the importation of diesel in this country for many years. He said it in an interview that he made money from diesel selling to Nigerians. And I have not seen an hospital in his name or in the name of any of his organizations. I don't know if we need to reorientate ourselves in the area of throwing back to the society. You steal money, you take it abroad. You steal money, only your family is benefiting. You make money legitimately. You are not even throwing back to the society. And that is why our president will claim to be going for medical attention in the United Kingdom.
Yes. Jason, do we have a caller? Jason, do we have a caller?
Yeah, we have a caller.
Okay, can we take that caller, please?
Caller, you're on African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. Go ahead. Caller. He hung up. He hung up.
Okay. So, just like you've rightly said, Chief, that has been our problem in Nigeria. You know, Mr. President gets sick. He's in London getting treatments. You know, you and I have headache. We are running around looking for pharmacy to give us medicine. Even if we find the pharmacy gives us the medicine, we still have to make sure it is the right medicine. You know, it is so sad that the situation is such in Nigeria that we cannot provide health care. Something as simple as health care is so hard for us to do. It is not that it is hard for the citizenry. It is hard for the people we have put in power to do. Each time you take money, Go ahead, Jason.
Tunde.
Yes, Mr. Adodo, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry to cut you short. I was deviate from your topic. I just want to address Femi. I want to tell Femi something.
Okay, go ahead.
Femi, I like your T-shirt. Femi, I like your T-shirt.
Thank you.
I am one of the most fashionable Africans in the world.
Wow.
Seriously, I'm not exaggerating.
Yes, and there are two celebrities on this show, him and me.
Yeah.
So, Femi, is there any way you can start your line of clothing, your collections? Start something. It's not going to cost you too much to start a line of T-shirt like that.
Right.
Understand? So you start from there as you are doing, like P. Diddy. P. Diddy has his line of clothing. Yeah. And many other people, they have their line of clothing. So, like that T-shirt that you are wearing, you can make different designs of it, and begin to make a lot of money. From there, you will introduce pants. From there, you will introduce slippers and sneakers and shoes, hats. You can do a lot. You will just have to be creative. When I come to Nigeria, I try to meet with some of you guys, so we can put things together.
Yeah, we will.
We can help. We can finance it together.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Just have it in your head. You can do a lot.
Yes. We have one caller.
I get it.
Yes, we'll take the caller. We'll take the caller.
Caller, you on the air with African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show.
Good evening. My name is Aloto. I really appreciate this program and the people behind and the brain behind it. Last week, I tried to join the program because I saw the something related to it on Facebook. So I really had an interest to join. So I tried to join last week, but the network was so bad and it was pushing me up and down, like pushing me in and out after last week. So today I promised myself that I'm gonna join this program today, and that's why I've been listening to the program. It's so helpful. I wish all the Nigerians can be listening to this program. It really helps our ways of listening, and it will definitely help our development because we have a kind of improvement in our society.
Great. Thank you so much for your comments.
And we have one more caller.
So Jason, so who was the artist that we had last week on the program? He hung up. Oh wow! But I do have
his number,
people.
Right?
But you are still gonna give him the 5,000, please.
Yes, Jason has the information. I have two people that answered the question online. One of them is Johnson Adekunle Temitope, and the person said last week is Samu Atondad. This week is Femi Okunua. And another person also answered the question correctly. Prince Olayinka says last week was Samu Atondad. Today now is Femi Okunua.
Okay.
Yes. So go ahead.
We have a caller on the line.
Okay, go ahead, caller.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
That sounds like Moradike.
No, this is Sarah.
Oh, that's Sarah. Sarah is always listening to us. How are you, Sarah?
I'm fine. I want to comment you guys on the job. Well, it's a very good job. Thank you for always making yourself available every Saturday.
Oh, great. So who was the artist last week?
Solomon Atonda was the artist we had last week.
Okay, great. So Jason, you have the digits. Congratulations. You just won 5,000 naira.
Thank you.
Keep watching, keep sharing the program, keep listening, keep joining us. Introduce the program to your friends. Share, while you're on Facebook, let them all be part of this program, because the only weapon we have against what is going on in Nigeria is our voice. And the minute we lose our voice, we lose it all. So we're going to keep talking. Whether they listen or not, we're going to keep talking. Trust me, they're listening. They may act like they don't hear. They hear. So we're going to keep talking.
Yeah. Nice job. Well done.
So thank you very much. So, Mr. Charles, you had something to say.
Those ones that are responding to you on Facebook, are they putting their numbers?
No. So if you respond on Facebook to the question, I would appreciate if you put your phone number so we can get back to you. I have Johnson Adekunle to meet up there. Please put your number up. And I also have Prince Olayinka. Please put your number up. Or if you want to call our number to give your number directly to our studio engineer, Jason, the number to call is 1-844-404-7200, because that's the only way we can contact you to give you your prize.
Tunde, if you can give Femi my number.
Okay, I'll do that. But not for the T-shirt, because I asked first. When the program started, the T-shirt was the first thing I asked him. So if it is for the T-shirt, I won't give. If it's for the T-shirt, I won't give that number. So don't worry.
Anyway, Tunde, don't worry. The T-shirt is coming for every member of the show. On his behalf, we're going to win on one of the African days.
There you go. Yes.
We have another caller.
And it's our purpose. Femi.
Yes.
We are going to send 100,000 to you, so you can get us some of the T-shirts.
Yes, very available.
Okay,
that's great.
We start buying from you before you start.
Exactly.
Thank you. Wow.
We have a caller on the line.
Encourage you.
Okay, we have another caller on the line.
Yes,
Go
caller.
ahead, caller.
You're on African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, hello to Lulope. I was sent out of the call the other time through the network issue, but as I was saying, the program is really helping a lot of Nigerians. And then I would like to the person that was invited last week is Mr. Samuel Akada. Yeah, that's the person that was invited to the program last week. So this week, I've been really enjoying the program, and I have already promised myself, no matter what's going to take me, I'll make sure that I'll continue listening to this program and call the attention of friends and family to it, to be always joining the program. I think it's really helpful, and it's going to go a long way in helping the country as well, because there are a lot of developmental issues that is always raised here, and it's going to help every one of us. Thank you very much, sir.
Great. Thank you very much. Thank you. So please leave your name and number with Jason so we can reach out to you with your prize. Thank you very much.
I have it. I just sent it to Charles.
Yes, go ahead.
Jason, when you're telling them, you said, tell them I'm the money man. It's not the, Femi, I think you understand me, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Please, because sometimes they don't know who is the man, and we know we have the other guy on the other side, but hey, guys, you and I, you and I way back, man. But I'm going to charge you a friend that we connected together after 30 years. I'm definitely going to send him a bill that he owed to this David Adodo Show. I think his name is Yemi. I want him to know that too, Yes. Now we're going to start using these T-shirts to do something. So he's going to send us some T-shirts too.
Yeah, so that is wonderful. So on the issue, on the issue of the president living abroad for Nigeria, it's ridiculous. Nigeria is a country with tremendous talent and intellect. Nigeria is a country that when we come outside of Nigeria, we do massive things. And why do we do massive things? Because the environment is right for us to grow. And so that is what we need to do back home, to make the environment right for us to grow, to make the environment right for the artists to make money off their product, to make environment. Doctors are on strike in Nigeria, right? I think doctors are on strike, if I'm not mistaken.
Resident doctors are on strike.
This is ridiculous. Chief, can you unmute yourself?
April 1st.
Yes.
The government is
the resident doctors are on strike. There's differences between the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Labor. Don't forget that the Minister of Labor, Dr. Chris Ngige, is a medical doctor himself, and is always coming forward, especially when it concerns the doctors. It's like that is no more his constituency, because he's always attacking these doctors from different angles. When people get to power, they forget where they are coming from. That's what I can see from Dr. Chris Ngige. I hope, and I hope that Nigerians will rise up and for once come in support of these doctors. They needed to be treated very well. They don't get what they deserve. So you see, that's why we have quacks everywhere. It is very easy to have quacks on every street. They are the people they call auxiliary nurses, those who study nursing in pharmaceutical shops, and they wear white shirts and go give injections to people at home, and they go give drips to people in their homes in the name of medical attention. We have all sorts of bad things going on around us here in terms of medical treatment and health management. We don't have good health management in Nigeria.
Oh, I think we just lost the chief. He just froze up.
That's what many medicines are on the streets being sold. Many herbal solutions are being paraded. And because people, those are things that come handy for treatments, whether they are.
We're losing the chief. I would like for us to do a program.
Whether they are good or not, whether they are potent or not, people still patronize them. I think we have a big problem on that. I think the Nigerian people needed to be properly educated and taken care of. We are not being taken care of. That's why our president can depart for UK while the doctors are on strike. Too bad.
Yes. So we're going to have a program strictly for this health issue for the doctors and all that. I would like to have a physician on the program so we can talk more and we can understand where they're coming from and know what to do and how we can lend our help towards their struggle. So I would like to see, if possible, Chief, if you can get us a physician on the program, it would be wonderful if we can discuss this issue. So because we are running out of time. And, yes,
Can you ask the chief something about the Boko Haram and the aircraft, the jet that took them?
Chief, can you give us a quick synopsis? Well, he heard you just asked him. Chief, can you give us a quick synopsis because we are like 3 minutes to the end of the show?
The fighter jet was shot down. The Boko Haram claimed responsibility for it. The Nigerian Air Force said no. Something else happened. We are reading different stories. But all the same, whether it is done by Boko Haram or it was an accident or he lost the radar, the fighter jet was down and there were casualties. The fighter jet is a very old one. It's not a modern jet. So whatever it is, it's a call for rearrangement of our security system and our equipment. As it is, the Boko Haram seems to be having a upper hand when they said they did it, and the Nigerian Air Force said no. Whatever it is, the truth will come out. That's what much I can talk about now.
Okay. So while we are waiting for the truth to come out in whatever shape or form that it comes out, we'll go. But one thing we need to address that we keep stressing on this program is the insecurity in Nigeria. It is too much. Insecurity is just too much. It's amazing. I keep saying all these senators and
don't forget that during the week, during the birthday celebration of Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he made a call, although he had retraced that call. he made a call for the employment of 50 million Nigerian youths to be employed as soldiers. But unfortunately, the thing I didn't like about that, actually, he made a mistake. He was supposed to say 50,000. But Nigerians clapped, even at 50 million, they clapped. They shouted. They gave him a standing ovation about it. But it's not possible to have 50 million soldiers. I don't know any country, not even the United States of America, that has 50 million soldiers.
And especially
but
for a country.
It is to say that it meant well for Nigeria that we need more Nigerians to be in the security system, to be in the army. It's a fact. 50,000 employment of Nigerian youths will go a long way to increase our security system.
Yes, that is true too, but you also have to make the security people comfortable. It is not enough for you to become a policeman or an army or whatever it is, security operative that you become, and then your salary is not paid. Pensions are not paid for those who worked 10, 15 years ago. Teachers have not been paid. Doctors have not been paid. Well, what happened to all these monies allocated to all these people for it to be taken care of? What happened? ASU is on strike today. They are resuming tomorrow because they were not paid. This non-academic staff union on strike today. It's just too much. It's too much. So I would hope that they are able to address all these issues. We are running out of time. We're coming to the end of our program. Like I said, we're going to tackle this issue of a doctor's strike next week. I will probably have a physician in the house so we can hear from their mouth what the situation is. I don't know the last time they got paid, but those guys struggled and worked through COVID. It is not easy. I don't know, but we'll find out next week. So I want to say thank you to our special guest, Mr. Femi, for being part of this program. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming and for airing your mind and for letting us know the struggles of being an artist in Nigeria. Thank you so much for coming. Feel free to come at, you have my digits. Feel free at any time. And I will also give you Mr. Adodo's number, only if you don't give him that T-shirt. So,
no, I promise I'll make it available for everybody. It's my brand. This is what I put on. I like this. Is my brand. It's my brand.
Okay,
this
that's
Afrikaners.
Great. That's
So
beautiful.
I have this in different colors. And
That's
the pants
beautiful.
will be the local fabric, like say, or what's it called, Ankara or something, or what's it called? This one is
tie and dye.
Batik. Tie and dye,
Batik. Yes.
So
yes.
you put this on, then you put the Ankara on the bottom, or the kente, or the batik, or the tie and dye. And
that is wonderful.
Afrikaners to the world.
Femi,
that's wonderful.
Femi, don't talk with Tunde. We are going to sit down and we are going to do a wonderful time. I'm sending you 100,000. I'm sending you 100,000 to start.
Don't worry. I'm going to mute your mic very soon.
Anyway, yes, I'm mute him, Tunde. But Femi, don't worry about that. We'll get that. We'll get with you. As we close up the show, we'll get back to you also.
Most definitely.
Yes, like you said, in many different colors, black, yellow, whatever. But we'll talk about that later on of the show. But again, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Make this your home. Just make this your home.
Yes.
Anytime that you have something to say, we're always on every Saturday, 8 o'clock till 9:30 Nigerian time. So anytime you just want to come on the show, just buzz us. You know how to get hold of us, and we will. Regardless, even if it has nothing to do with entertainment, if it's something on another, because Nigeria, that's a lot to do. That's a lot of things to cover. We're here talking about the hospitals and that. One thing people don't understand is sometimes these governments, Buhari can just go. What if that building in London is as good as they're going there? He can buy it and bring it and put it down somewhere. You can put it in everywhere in Nigeria because they will build it just like it is. Whatever makes them go there, if everything in that building is, Nigerian can buy it. They can build here, and then white people can bring it down there and fabricate and put everything together. You will not miss any single thermometer. But I don't know why they don't think this way. But that will be another topic for another day. But
yes, we will discuss that next week, Saturday. I don't want us to start another show when this one is about to end. We're running out of time.
Yes.
So,
right.
Mr. Adodo, you want to say a few words before we run out?
I just want to thank Femi and our honorable chief for always coming into the show. We appreciate him. He has a lot of things to tell us about because he's a guru back home. We thank him so much. And we thank the people, Tunde,
Yes.
that made it possible for all these artists to come to the show.
Yes.
Those your friends, we have to thank them one of these days on our show for making it possible for the artists to come to the show.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Charles, your last words.
Yes,
I mean, last words on this program, not your last words.
Thank you to everyone. Please remain safe. Continue to be aware of what's going on around you. And please, happy Easter to everyone.
Yes. So on behalf of everybody, the Queen has left us because she's not feeling too good. And Chief also had to leave. So, but on behalf of everybody on David Adodo Show, we thank you, Mr. Femi, for being part of us. We look forward to having you any other time you feel like. And then to our listeners, to our viewers, so everybody that called in, we thank you. Keep calling in, keep talking to us, keep letting us know. That motivates us. That makes us do what the things we want, we do, and make us also do more. So please keep it coming, keep it going. Spread the program, share the word. We have our voice. They can't take that away from us. We will keep talking. We will keep talking. Whether they are listening or they're not listening, we will keep talking. They can't take that for us. It's a Sarasoke generation, so we have to talk. Yes. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much. I appreciate you all for being part of this program. We look to see you all next week. Thank you all so much. Thank you very much, Mr. Penny. You all have a good night.
Bye. Yeah, you too. Bye.
I must do my work well, make a fee get money, because no food for lazy man. Benny one so, already on the side of brothers and sisters, let's welcome to do all those saxophone solo. Saxto, Ivan, you're on the Saxto.
Thank you for listening to African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show. We'd love to hear from you. Send us an email to africanvoicesradio@gmail.com. Until next week, family, if it's 8 o'clock in Nigeria, it must be time for African Voices Radio, the David Adodo Show, right here. Streaming live on both Facebook as well as YouTube. Until next week, God bless.